Hey guys, it's the Mysterious JG, and it's that time of year where Zerfall, my Let's Play brother from another mother, he's out getting ready to do his annual charity stream. And every year I've done something to try to, the last couple of years at least, I've done something to try to rev up interest, which is to do a new Let's Play of either a Romance of the Three Kingdoms or Nobunaga's Ambition game. And to give people a chance to do characters. So I'm going to be doing a character creation video soon. That's been a massive pain, actually. I've got all sorts of hardware issues giving me fits and difficulties. I tried to put something together where Zerfall came in, and we did co-commentary, and he actually... we made his character together as I walked through how to make a character to submit to my Let's Play. And... I'm going to have to come and do a lot of post-work to try to get that to work because of just various technical issues. But what I'm going to do today is, in order to try to get people excited, first of all, I'm going to read a poem, and then we're going to play the first of 3 tutorials for Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14. So, if you get nothing else out of this video, just be advised, coming up shortly will be the opportunity for you to submit $100 Canadian, which is $80-something American, to fight MS, and as part of Zerfall's annual charity stream. And if you do, you'll get to have a character in Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14 Let's Play, and a video coming up soon will explain how to submit a character and to do all that. But for now, to get people interested in Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14, let me read you a little poem from my English translation of the book. The House of Han approached. Okay, let's start this over. The House of Han approached its heaven-destined end. Deep in the west its fiery sun had bent. Dong Zhuo deposed the rightful emperor, and filled the feeble prince with dreams of fear. So Cao Cao sent his writ to all the lords, who summoned up 10,000 righteous swords, elected Yuan Shao their liege's command, and swore to stay the house and calm the land. Dong Zhuo's man Liu Bei, warrior without peer, far surpassed the champions of his sphere. In armor clad, a dragon etched in scales, his headpiece fledged with gallant pheasant tails, his jagged jade belt scored with lion jaws, a phoenix spread in flight, his court soars. His chafing charger stirred a fearsome wind, in every eye his halberd's piercing glint. No lord could face his call to brave the field, their hearts went faint, their senses reeled. Then Zhang Fei made his way into the list, his giant snake-head lance fast in his fist. His beard stuck out defiant strands of wire, the circles of his eyes shot angry fire. They fought their fill, the contest undecided. Before his line Lord Guan no more abided, his dragon blade as dazzling as fresh snow, his war-coat parrot-hued swirl below. His pounding horse roused the dead to howl, blood would flow before his dreadful scowl. With doubled swords Liu Bei now joins the fight. The crafty owl will show his zeal and might. The brothers circle Liu Bei round and round. He fends, he blocks, too skillful to be downed. The hue and cry set sky and land ajar. The bloodlust sent a shudder through the stars. His power spent, Liu Bei found and out, and rode for safety to his own redoubt. His mighty weapon trailing at his back, his gilded 5-hued streamers all a-rack. Riding hard, he snapped his horse's rein, hurtling up to Tiger's trap again. I like that poem. I particularly like the part about blood will flow before Guan Yu's scowl. Although actually my favorite line possibly in the entire novel, at least in the English translation I have, is right in this section. I can't quite find where it is. He actually says the line. Yeah, my favorite line in the entire thing is... To the side of the action stood a single warrior, his eyes rounding, his whiskers bristling. Holding high his 18-span snake-headed spear, he flew at Liu Bei, shouting mightily, "Stay, bastard with 3 fathers! Know me for Zhang Fei of Yan." Because Liu Bei had a biological father, which we don't know what happened to him. He was the adopted son of the First Lord, whom he murdered and betrayed to join Dong Zhuo. So at this point, Dong Zhuo is his 3rd father. And of course, Liu Bei will go on to murder Dong Zhuo and betray him. So just the line, "Stay bastard with 3 fathers," is pretty cool. Alright, that's a whole bunch of nonsense now that I wanted to get out, but it is out. So let's jump into Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14. I'm playing the PS4 version, and there's a whole long, sad story. Let's close Neo 2. There's a whole long, sad story of my travails with this game and getting the DLC to work, which I'll probably share another time. I wasn't going to buy Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14. I figured I would give the series a little rest, but It was bought for me as a gift, and as a result, I figured might as well play it, and I might as well play it for you guys and gals on the interwebs. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to freaking load here. It's taking a minute to load, isn't it? I could have been reading the poem now. There we go. I don't want to skip, because we'll watch the intro. I don't know how many times over the course of the LP we'll see the intro, but we'll watch it together here. Because this is a historical simulation series. Romance of the Three Kingdoms. This is I've always liked this little pre-intro intro they do for all the RTK games, going back to at least 10, maybe even earlier. So we have dragons flying through the clouds, and a dragon grasps some kind of ruby. There's Liu Bei. Crafty Guan Yu with his twin swords. That'd be Zhang Fei. The guy who likes to call out how many fathers people have. He's going for some kind of swinging clothesline. Shang Zhang, I'd recognize those boobs anywhere. This game does like different colored smoke, doesn't it? So as usual, they like to base these intros on Kirby. Last couple have been based around Kirby. Towards outside, this doesn't seem that impressive when they put him up against some of these heroes. Or either this is South, so I'm not sure who that last guy was. And that was... Actually, that's kind of underwhelming. Usually the RTK intros are even more big and goofy and crazy than that. I still have fond memories of upsetting people who have no fucking idea when I was like, oh yeah, Guan Yu destroyed Cao Cao by creating an earthquake with his awesome power. I'm mockingly doing commentary on an intro, and people are like, you idiot, Cao Cao wasn't defeated by Guan Yu. I'm like, I know. So anyway, 7 minutes before we're finally getting into the game. But we will be now hopping right into one of the tutorials. There's a couple of tutorials. If you go to start new game, it asks you if you'd like to play the tutorial, and even if you select yes, it doesn't bring up the tutorial, so I don't really quite understand how that works. But we can manually do the tutorial, and that should be probably a good idea. I already did one off-screen. Oh, there's 4. I thought there was only 3. I did one off-screen, but we'll do it again on-screen, and that is Raising Your Country's Strength. Our reward is various officers that I don't care about. I think they add historical figures. No, some of these guys are actually from the period. Are they? I might be way off. But yeah, they add characters who could appear in the game who wouldn't appear in the game otherwise. And whoop-dee. So we are going to, in this video, do the tutorial Raising Your Country's Strength. This tutorial will introduce the basic game flow for RTK14, as well as the fundamentals for Raising Your Country's Strength. Here you can check the goals of the game, how to increase your gold, supplies, and troops, info on area development through the area overseer, and use of suggestions in domestic and military matters. Let's do it. Just you, me, and Chen Hang. We're going to do this together. By the way, I need to mention it somewhere else, but for those of you thinking about contributing a character, I am about 90% sure the scenario I'm going to do is having all the created officers working for Yuan Shu, because he is a character, that is a force I've never played for, that I thought might be interesting to try to support Yuan Shu. He's one of the villains of the novel, in fact. Episode Raising Your Country's Strength. So we're finally at Ping Yuan. At least now we should be able to rest for a time.
That's right, brother. Let's rest, dude. That's right, brother. Why don't we have a banquet first to celebrate? Brother. In all things, the beginning is key, especially now when the world is in so much chaos. What we do now will influence what is to come. To accomplish our goal of restoring the Han court, first we must work hard to strengthen our country. Besides, have you ever thought the more prosperous we can make Ping Yuan, the bigger the banquet we can throw?
Now that you mention it, there is some truth to that, Guan Yu.
It's true. If we're going to have a banquet, the bigger the better. It's exactly as Zhang Fei said. Not only that, I hear that he was outstanding while he was studying under Master Zhang Fei.
Wait, what? I hear that he was outstanding while he was studying under Master himself? You're right. That's totally right. Whatever that was supposed to mean. It seems the time for me to show you the strength of the prodigy taught by Master Liu Ji has finally come. Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, follow me.
Looks like he's finally showing some initiative. Then let's take this time to get moving. Brother, sorry to keep you waiting. Then allow me to explain. Our goal is to unify the land of China. By unify, I mean to conquer all the other forces and become the last force remaining in the land. For that, there are a number of things we must do. We must make our lands prosper, gather people, prepare our fighting strength, invade enemy lands, and more. So a few things become absolutely vital.
You're talking about gold, supplies, and troops. I already know that much.
Exactly. Which means the first goal is to gather gold, supplies, and troops to your city. With that, you have to pay attention to the land your city controls. Cities are made up of multiple areas, with each area having a core at its center. Through these cores, the city acquires income. So to raise the amount of income you receive, the first thing is to develop the areas that you cover, or control. Something like that. Looking at the current state of Ping Yuan, it doesn't have a lot of gold, supplies, or troops. It kinda sucks. And its income is rather low.
Now that you mention it, so how do I raise the income from each of my areas?
You have to develop the areas to raise their income. Area development is handled by the overseer appointed to be in charge of that area. So let's get started. Now for the details. Choose area government from the base command, domestics, and appoint an area overseer. Overseer. Just in case you should get confused, check the bottom left of the screen. I've left some memos there.
Raising your country's strength. Appoint an area overseer to Ping Yuan. Select an area overseer from the base command, domestics, and Ping Yuan's base command. So we go to Ping Yuan. There is a force command thing. I was playing around with the game off screen without doing the tutorials and was getting completely lost because there are certain things you cannot do from this menu. You've got to get to individual cities to do, and that includes appointing an overseer. Give officers command, area government. Huh? It looks like each of the areas has a color. What's up with that?
What up with that? So you noticed, brother. The colored areas are the ones that our forces control.
What do you mean, colored areas? Shouldn't you be saying areas of color?
Areas are made up of land. If you paint the core at the center of an area your color, you receive income from it and can assign an overseer to it. Just so you know, cities are a kind of core. Alright, this time, select Ping Yuan.
So we will select Ping Yuan as instructed.
On this screen, select the officer that will become the area overseer.
Okay. Looks like we have to pick Guan Yu. So I chose an overseer. But what is this commerce, agriculture, and barracks stuff? Oh, Liu Bei.
Commerce affects money income. Agriculture affects supply income. And barracks affects troops increase.
I'm under the impression going in that this RTK is a bit dumbed down compared to 13. 12 was designed initially for mobile phones and was made a PC game as well. And yeah, that's what seems to be happening. The same thing is true for Nobunaga's Ambition Taishi. I don't know if it was made for mobile phones, but it was definitely made with an air towards making the series more accessible to new folks. So I'm under the impression, from what I've already heard about this game, that they're trying to make it a little less about manic levels of micro, which I don't entirely disapprove of. I enjoy the crazy micro of like some of the past games, but I get that that's not for everybody.
And here you can decide which of these 3 developments you want to pour your strength into. Each of those 3 have a level. After you assign an overseer, they will try to raise those levels through development to increase the various incomes. So go ahead and choose.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Choose from one of the three, huh? It's hard to choose among them. Then at times like that, you should take a look at the abilities of the officer chosen to be overseer. Certain areas will grow better depending on an overseer's abilities. Strength for barracks, intelligence for commerce, and pole for agriculture. Why did I say strength and intelligence and then not say politics? Whatever. You can also refer to the advice given by the overseer regarding those things they are good at. I have confidence in my military strength, so for the time being, choose barracks. Guan Yu is one of those officers who's just excellent overall, but clearly he's better with military than he's going to be with economy. I mean, he's good at his weakest stat, 63. I mean, he's above average at the worst thing he does, but still, he's pretty clearly the guy you want to put in charge of building up military. In addition, the overseer's abilities will definitely affect the month's income and the rise in public order. So go ahead and choose the barracks, then confirm the choice. Yes, my liege, I, Guan Yu, will endeavor to govern the population of Ping Yuan with a benevolent hand, and if I fail, I'll just end up murdering them. Ah, we worked hard today. Yeah, it really was a tough day, wasn't it, Liu Bei? Brother, the day's not over yet. In one turn, there is not only the strategy phase where you issue orders for domestics and for battle, but there is also the advancement phase where the officers carry out those orders. If the area overseer you just appointed does not participate in the advancement phase, development will be unable to proceed. Press the advancement button in the upper left to have time advance. Okay. Because this is a turn-based thing. We have all the time you want to put in commands, but then time passes for a turn. Similar to several of the Nobunaga's ambition games. Yeah, that's pretty much how these games have always worked. On the report screen, you can check the results of orders, invasions by other forces, or any other events that happened during this period. There are no action reports. A ruler must always remain aware of what occurs during this advancement stage. I see. So we get to see all of your efforts. So you don't know if Zhang Fei was drinking or not? Unfortunately, we really don't know. We'll be able to check income and expenses of the next report. So if there's a lot of booze expense, we'll assume it's Zhang Fei's fault. Oh, income is already... No, income is only received at the beginning of each month. Right now, only that last turn's material consumption will be reported. What? So we don't get any gold or supplies yet? Then let's check the barracks level next. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I wonder if the barracks level at Ping Yuan has risen any. What? It hasn't risen any? Guan Yu, what's going on? Hold on, brother. Stay calm. With each turn, development experience rises. After the experience reaches a certain amount, the level will increase. And you can see, I mean, it's not that complicated. Up there where it says barracks in the top right, you have a little meter filling from left to right that is at 0 for commerce and agriculture, and it's filled up a little bit for barracks. So I'm tracking, game. I get it. Development will automatically continue in areas with an overseer, so all you need to do is leave it to them and keep an eye on the info. Ha ha ha! Leave it to me. I'll be sure to take care of it. As for troops, you need to appoint a recruitment overseer. Then you will be able to receive troops each month. Well, why didn't we do that last turn? I see, so I need to appoint an overseer for troops as well. Yes, furthermore, if you appoint an overseer for training, the gathered troops and morale can be increased each turn. Wow, you can have a lot of overseers, apparently. So select city government from the base command to domestic and appoint recruitment and training overseers. Overseer, watching their maple... And, sorry, I don't remember the words to that section of the Jethro Tull song I'm thinking of. Unlike the area overseers, these two overseers are appointed on a city basis. Wait, I thought the other one was also appointed on a city basis. Okay. I'm not quite getting this, but I'm sure we'll figure it out once we're actually playing the game. The better the land, the more likely that land will be sought after. So be sure to raise troops and defend it. So now you should appoint a recruitment overseer. Officers with a high military strength would be the most appropriate for this. I suggest Zhang Fei.
Finally, it's my turn to shine. I've been waiting for this.
Okay. Big Zhang Fei. Remember that new recruits cannot do well on the battlefield immediately. You'll need to appoint a training overseer to get them in shape and raise their morale. The officers who would be best at this position would be those with high leadership and strength. It looks like a job for Brother to do. That's right, Brother Dave Sullivan. It feels good to be told that by Guan Yu. Then I shall raise the finest of troops. So... Aha, they're already down as overseers. So Liu Bei is the one. Liu Bei has lower leadership than Zhang Fei. Oddly. But, Liu Bei... Okay, leadership in this game means leadership on the battlefield. So that would make some sense. Liu Bei obviously had more of a, like, high-level strategic... yeah, as opposed to tactical leadership. Strategic leadership, high-level, he was the guy. Wait, so what is this domestic policy showing above here? It seems like there was something like it with the area overseer. Yeah. So you noticed. Oh, you noticed, comrade. I left much to Russia during the Cold War. Here you can send overs regarding what to focus development on to all of your area overseers at one time. Oh, can you do it individually? Currently, you only have control of Pingyuan, but once you have control of more areas, be sure to try it out. So you always have a recruitment and training overseer, and your domestic one you can set to commerce, agriculture, or barracks. And then you can set domestic policy to have everybody focus on the same thing, but it looks like you can also probably do that once and then go fine-tune any place you want to. Okay, this kind of makes sense. Alright, so appoint the overseer and let's proceed. Allow me to oversee the training of the troops. I hereby order myself to do this. Use the advancement button. Okay. Who's up here? This is Guan Yu. Okay. There are no action reports. There aren't any important announcements. There's really nothing happening right now. It's kind of boring. Please take a look at our city's balance reports. And I see gold is going down even faster than it was because now I guess because we've got 3 different active overseers? Or was it always 350 and this wasn't paying attention? Either way, we're almost out of gold. I hope the tutorial is going to mention this. As you can see, the morale at Pingyuan has grown nicely. Wait until next month for troops. If you continue to train troops like this, I'm sure the Han Court will be revived in no time at all. Brother, it's not that easy. You can't just keep recruiting. As public order gets worse, it will become difficult to recruit more. Bandits might also appear. As long as you are going to recruit, you have to appoint an area overseer and steadily raise public order. I guess nothing really comes for free. It would be nice if there was a way to quickly raise public order before any bandits could appear. Then how about paying attention to the suggestions of your retainers? My retainers' ideas are, of course, important, so what kind of suggestions might they make? With suggestion, you will hear various proposals regarding domestics or battle, and be able to choose whether to carry them out. Then let's go ahead and try it. Listen to our words by choosing suggestions from the Sanction command. Okay, this is under Force Commands. Sanction. Suggestions. Please consider my suggestion regarding public order. If you choose this, public order will grow quickly. Whether we receive proposals from overseers. Oh, that sounds excellent. Let's carry it out immediately. Yeah, let's see what the proposals actually are. With 200 gold, I shall greatly restore Pingyuan's order. It was already at 90-something. How high can it go? Anyway, we are meant to accept this, so... Accept Guan Yu's proposal and execute it immediately. Do you wish to continue? Like, we're out of money, and they want us to spend even more raising order. Whatever. Went from 88 to 92. Look, it really did increase. These suggestions are amazing. Can they do anything else? No, that is all they can do. Suggestions can also raise or lower an army's morale, arrange for golden supplies, and many other things. There are a lot of areas they cover. Zhuge Liang can hire people for 800 bucks. However, to get a variety of suggestions, you need to have a lot of officers as well. Well, that won't be solved immediately. Eventually, I would really like to listen to a variety of suggestions. Regardless, suggestions are extremely useful. I suggest you check them every turn. I suggest you check just your suggestions are suggested. It's also possible they will be different from the difference between defeat and victory on the battlefield. Alright, so we've raised the public order in Pingyuan. Let's proceed to advance. Let's do that. Check on the proposal from overseers. He wants us to advance the next room. Okay. There are no important reports to make. Your force is still super boring. This report screen looks a little different. Pingyuan is hemorrhaging funds. I like that we have a tutorial which has Guan Yu telling us Pingyuan is hemorrhaging funds, and they're still not talking about the fact that we're spending money way faster than we make it. Yes, at the beginning of each month, cities receive their income in gold, supplies, and troops. The balance is also shown, so it is good to reference it when dealing with the overseers. This basically covers the basics of raising your country's strength. Well, our income has grown. No, it hasn't! It didn't. It literally didn't. We should be able to hold quite the banquet now. Yes, I look forward to seeing what kind of banquet it will become. What a lively banquet it has turned into.
A cool drink after a long day of work. There's nothing better. I'm not interested in, like, girls and stuff. The people are also raising their voices in thanks. This is all thanks to Brother's hard work. Brother Dave Sullivan.
Of course. I wasn't called a prodigy for nothing, you know. We'll make Pingyuan into a city that doesn't lose to either Chang'an or Luoyang. That's going to be tricky. Oh, that Liu Bei, it looks like they've gotten better. Question mark? Who is this mysterious fellow? And will we learn more about him in the next tutorial video? I expect we probably will. I also expect the next tutorial video we'll get to it a little faster because I won't read you a poem before we get started. Anyway, folks, I'm the Mysterious JG. I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial video 1 of 4. Because when we come back next time, we will be doing tutorial video, wait for it, 2 of 4. I bet you were surprised to hear that, huh? Anyway, catch you guys next time.